All right, we are live.
All right.
Oh, all righty. Welcome to Dicejunkies. I'm Xenodamus. I'm here with
Q. Wrong
and
camera.
You also have the Bloodaxe.
all right. Let's get started. Ah, man, I know we all been we've been having Borderlands 4 on the brain, but you know we got to get away from it for a little bit and hang out and talk about news. What about them Xbox prices, man? As much trouble as you were having just logging into your Xbox.
Yeah, the incredible trouble it gave me after I did all that shift junk they wanted me to do and they didn't want to let me in. Yeah.
So Xbox prices are going up again.
Dude, I mean, I'm PC. My Xbox exists for the Game Pass for my kids. The Game Pass is going away as soon as it isn't needed because it gets me minimal value these days. They're just not putting on games that are worth my time. I mean, it's Gears of War Reload. It's nice, but it's a rehash, man. And the new games they put out haven't been impressing. If they drop the ball with Outer Worlds 2, I'm probably going to call up, a homeboy and just tell him, look, dude, what do you need? We'll just buy you the game. And we're getting out of Game Pass. Because at this point, I'm spending money, and it's like one game every half a year I play. You know what I'm saying? It's just the truth. Like one game. I'm getting 2 games a year. And I can't even remember what game this year I played on it. I don't even remember if a games came out yet this year. I think there was something earlier I played a little bit of, but I can't even remember what it was.
Yeah, Grounded 2.
Grounded 2, there you go. So Grounded 2 has been like, I don't think I need Game Pass for that, do I?
Spy on Steam.
No, I mean, I don't think I need Game Pass to play it for free.
You have to buy a copy of it.
To play it in this early. Okay, so there you go. So Grounded 2 is the game right now that I'm playing on Game Pass. And Outer Worlds 2 will hopefully be another one, but it didn't even look good. It's going to have to surprise me because the trailers haven't won me over yet.
So the Xbox Series S, which continuously has problems with frame rates and storage and everything else, is going up $20.
I literally have an S.
Xbox X Digital and the Xbox Series X is going up $50. And if you want to get the Xbox Series X 2 terabyte Galaxy Special Edition, it's going up $70 for a grand total of $729 to buy the Xbox.
No.
And I want to point out that the Xbox is, I believe, the literal worst performing console. Like, I believe it's being beaten by PlayStation and Switch 2. And probably PC, as far as game sales. Because if it's the worst performing console, I doubt it's selling more games than PC.
And you got to realize this is the 3rd price hike, I think.
Yeah, Xbox is going to exist soon.
I think you're right. I think it's the 3rd one, yeah.
And
I mean, basically,
this far into an iteration of a console, the prices should be going down. Their excuse, Xbox says, the price increase occurred due to changes in the macroeconomic environment.
Does that word mean anything?
Yes, it does, actually. I pulled the definition up here. So the macroeconomic refers to the study of an entire economy's large-scale phenomena and how factors like employment, inflation, growth, and productivity interact at a national or global level. So it basically just means, well, people are making more money and things are costing more.
No, they're not, and he's lying.
And there's less unemployment. Those are the things that are included in macroeconomic.
Well, the folks you laid off should account for some of that, but number 2, you shouldn't be buying these game studios and then completely tearing them to shreds.
Oh no, but from what he just said,
worthwhile with the studios to purchase.
But from what he just said, it sounds like they're increasing the prices Not because it's more expensive to make any of this, but because people have more money. And that's the only reason they're charging more.
I mean, basically, yes, macroeconomics is basically they think people will pay that much for it. That is.
They won't. They're not selling Xboxes.
I mean,
Dude, people thought Xbox was going out of business. Oh,
no, I mean, if they said it was inflation or tariffs or supply chain issues because of the world events going over in Asia. Oh, I would understand that a lot better than the bullshit that they're trying to shovel right now.
Technically, all those things are part of macroeconomics. But if it was one of those things, then yes, you would normally just say those things. Generally, macroeconomics encompasses all of that. And it's basically, I mean, it is basically how much you think you should be able to get out of the populace, though.
But over 5 years, because they came out in 2020 or 2019, I think it was 2020 when the Xbox Series X came out, you're saying that the price has increased by 20%, which is nuts because inflation year over year is probably closer to 8 to 10% during that same time frame. So, number one, I don't believe you. Number two, Q's right. The prices should go down over time as materials becomes cheaper, as the development has already been in place. So you're able to mass produce these at a lower cost. I think they're trying to make up for the money they're losing on Game Pass because they're acquiring all these studios. They're shoveling out these games on Game Pass that most of us would probably have bought. And now they're not charging for those because people aren't subscribing to Game Pass where they would like, so they're trying to recoup some of the losses. And it's strictly hardware. Now, we do know that they don't make money on the hardware because they actually is selling at a loss. So I guess they're trying to make up some of the losses in the process. But no, I was thinking about getting another Xbox so the missus could take it whenever she goes for her next travel gig. But my justification was to get me a 2 terabyte. To hell with that. No, I'll just, if anything, I'll
pay $800.
If anything, I'll offer Q some money to buy a Series S and send that up with her because she won't mind the frame rate issues. She's going to play
nothing. I'll give it to you if you really want it.
$800 for the
you want to come get it?
So, yeah. No way. That would be halfway to a good gaming PC for me. So no. Of course, dude, I'm assuming you get a gaming PC for that for $1,600. I may be wrong. I may be completely way off base. But that's probably
okay.
That's probably my next investment is a gaming PC.
Dude, if you want it, you can. If you're willing to come get it, you can have my S. I'm serious. My son wouldn't touch it. He's got a PC. He wouldn't touch that trash.
You can have my X.
I don't want your ex-wife, bro.
You can have my Series X.
Oh, well, that's better. I ain't going to lie. The S is trash, dude. I would prefer... I'm not saying this because I don't want to give away my S. The S is trash. You'd be better off with his X, man. It is. X Series.
You know what, guys? I need to make a trip up to Jackson. I may take y'all out to dinner and whatnot, and we'll figure out which console I'll be coming back with. But
I mean, mine's collecting dust, dude. Like, I have not turned that thing on.
Man, at this point, I don't want nobody to spend that kind of money. Maybe we need to have a Dicejunkies contest and give away my S then to somebody. Because that's too much for an S. As broken as the S is, how much the S doesn't work and the issues it has, you shouldn't pay more than $200 for this thing.
I mean,
that's a highway robbery.
I have a gaming PC downstairs now where my X used to be. I have a gaming PC upstairs, and I have a gaming laptop. So
okay, you're a maniac, but he's the only person you can come to his house and everybody can have their own gaming PC. We have a LAN party at Xeno's and not have to bring anything but some Mountain Dew. We'd be good to go. Dr. Pepper for the host. Dr. Pepper, yeah. No, when we did LAN parties, it was Mountain Dew and Hot Pockets, man. I tell you, we would play all night on Mountain Dew and Hot Pockets.
Cola.
Now that my gallbladder's gone, Hot Pockets are off the menu for me. I don't know if a Hot Pocket will kill me, but I believe a Hot Pocket will kill me.
Depends on how greasy it is, but yeah, it wouldn't agree with you too well, that's for sure.
Since I like pepperoni, very greasy. Because when you do pepperoni, how about this grease leaks out of it?
The pepperoni or the Philly cheesesteak, probably with all that grease from the fat from the steak, you probably wouldn't be feeling very well.
Now you may say that us arguing and complaining about the price of this Xbox is a pointless cause that will not change anything. But people said that when we complained about Vampire the Masquerade and not including all the clans. And guess what happened?
And I complained loud. I got chewed out by my friend. He went off on me. There's nothing wrong with this game. Man, those bloodlines, y'all just bitching. Next thing you know, boom. Now they're giving you the 2 bloodlines base. You're welcome. I saved you $20+.
Now, well, I think it will save the game?
Oh, hell no. But I saved my friend $20.
You may have more purchases from people who are less informed.
The main thing is that the people I know who were looking forward to the game, they kind of didn't have that 20. So I mean, hey, I saved them $20. Like, hey, $20 in your pocket, and you can use that to buy whatever they took out of the game to put that in. You can use the $20 to buy that back because I don't trust them. I now believe a chapter has been removed from the game. Let's take this.
But the question I have is the game good anyway?
I watched the trailer. It did not look good.
I take that back.
Me, Q, and another one of our friends was watching the game, and we kept screaming out like 2005 because that's what it looked like it came out of.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to renege a little bit. Not on the graphics. They're trash. It looks like a fun beat-em-up. It does not look like a Vampire
Masquerade. They took out most of
game.
the RPG elements, in my opinion, like that I would expect from a Bloodlines game.
Dude, it looked like a straight first-person beat-em-up. Now, it looks like an interesting first-person beat-em-up. Not a $60 or $70. I don't know how much they're charging. But, if it was on Steam for like $30,
while not quite the all-encompassing RPG that the first game was, it does feature one of the original game's biggest aspects, which is the clan system, which is why so many people did mention that having 2 classes. No, the clan system, their inclusion of it, maybe not. But that was one of the better. That was one of the better parts of the early game.
I'm just saying, I don't think that the clan system really exists in the game. I think it's a power suite.
Well,
I do not believe your ending will be changed, and I don't think it'll have the effect where you get a free house. Dude, I got a free house for being like, I want to say Tremere, like they gave me like this cool lab house. Like it was different stuff based on your clan. I bet you the most is going to happen is somebody will go, hey, dude, you're also a blah. And then it's just going to be the same dialogue. I do not believe your experience, story-wise, is going to be affected. I believe it's just going to be what color is your blood power. Do you do this, or do you do this, or do you do this? I don't know. I think that's what it's going to change. I believe it's your...
Can you name a good first-person beat-em-up? I'm racking my head trying to think of a good first-person beat-em-up, and I can't think of one. Can you enlighten the... Huh?
Dying Light? Dead Island?
Yeah, I guess.
I enjoyed those games, and they're first-person, and they're melee combat games.
I guess I'm thinking more of like the Turtles or some of those other top.
Ninja Turtles first-person beat 'em up. That would be interesting.
No, they were all third person. The ones I can remember really enjoying were always the third person.
I've played several first-person combat games. It doesn't look bad. The combat looks like it's fun. It doesn't look well executed. It definitely doesn't feel like it plays as well as Dying Light. But it looks okay. It looks mid-tier. Like, it looks like an indie game, a $30 game. I would spend $30 to play this game. I would. I'd drop 30 on it. I would not drop more than $30. To me, it's about a $30 first-person beat-em-up.
I kept looking at the original Bloodlines, and I was tempted a couple times to get it, but the responses for the game were pretty piss poor. Because
it's a cult classic, very much so.
I will say, actually, looking at the still imagery of the game, it doesn't look as bad as when they're
moving.
Like I had the video up, and I was going through the video for the people watching. I will say, watch the video because that's when it looks bad. Like the blood effects and the movement and the mouth sync and stuff like that is really janky.
Well, that's the trick that dude did on me when he tried to defend when he was getting on to me. Is he's pulled up all these wonderful still shots, and he almost had me going. I was like, I swear, when I sat down, it looked worse. So then I replayed the video and I go, no, it looks awful when it's playing. Like it looks really bad. And I'm watching it on an HD full fancy, like this is good TV, really good TV, and I'm just like, when it starts moving, it doesn't look good. And unfortunately, it's going to be moving when you're playing it.
Yeah.
It's not.
Like the still images look really pretty.
Maybe that's the problem. Maybe it's a whatever. I forgot what it's called. But the issue that when it goes in motion, that's when it acts up. Frame rate? Maybe it's a frame rate issue. Who knows? But the point is that the game doesn't look terrible. It's just not what I expected. It should have been called something else. Should have been called Vampire the Masquerade Streets of Rage. That was about accurate. Streets of Rage, yeah. Vampire the Masquerade Beatdown.
Final vampire fight.
Vampire the Masquerade Immortal Combat. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh my god.
But no, it doesn't look terrible as a game. I really want to emphasize that. I went and watched some gameplay, and I actually said, dude, I might want to run around beating people up as vampires. That sounds fun. It looked cool. We smashed a dude across the room. I'm into that. It made me think of Dead Island and Dying Light. It made me think of those games and going, oh, but for once, you're the monster. You're slapping stuff around. It's like when you go into beast mode. You remember that in Dead Island? That was fun, wasn't it? Imagine that, but all the time.
When they let you do it, not that you do it on purpose.
No. I said Dead Island. I switched to Dead Island. Dead Island, when you had your beast mode, you could activate your will. I had a whole build around doing it nonstop. I was playing Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 before it came out. Because my build was, remember I had infinite rage mode? And I had life drain. I had life drain when I was doing it. So there you go. You know what? Oh my god, that's the only reason I liked it. Okay, Michael, I just realized. I watched the trailers of combat.
Street Biter.
Oh, good one, Jarek. Street Biter. There you go. Vampire the Masquerade Street Biter. I like it. So we've bullied that game enough.
Well, Dying Light came out. We haven't actually had a chance to play it yet, but
we're saving it like fine wine. Well, yeah, we're saving it like fine wine, though. Like we're going to eventually burn out because we're playing Borderlands like crackheads. So when we burn out on Borderlands 4, or Randy finally patches something in bad enough that it becomes unplayable for a few weeks, we'll go kick zombie butt. Because we're getting it. We're definitely getting it. But I know I'm not going to stop playing Borderlands 4 if I get it right now. I'm going to drift back to Borderlands 4 because I've got stuff I still need to do. And that's what's locked in right now. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. And all three of us are planning to get it. But this is a rare moment. We've had all three Dicejunkies playing together. Me and Xeno have been helping Bloodaxe because he's the same person who's not already level 50 Ultimate Vault Hunter 3 because we're crazy. We're only not Ultimate Vault Hunter 5 because we realize we need to finish the game with Bloodaxe.
Now, we'll say there are people taking shots at Borderlands 4 with Dying Light. They say Dying Light the Beast shows Borderlands 4 how it's done with stellar PC optimization and exposes Gearbox CEO's tone-deaf response.
Oh, no, dude. I've heard good things. Nobody's really been complaining. What's the rating for Steam on it? Let me see. Steam chart. I'm not a fast typer, dang it. Shut up. Hear me over here pecking. I can hear the judgment coming through the screen of my pecking. Yeah, 120,000 peak. Not bad for a zombie game. And then let's see what the score is. We are on very positive. Wow. Okay. That's good. Very positive. And for that to be right on release, and it just released 3 days ago, the game is doing good.
Maybe I'll have to go ahead and jump into Dying Light and give Borderlands 4 some time to cook.
For me, time to catch up.
I mean, I'm being tempted. I won't lie. Well, no, but somebody's got to help you finish it. I'll help you run through the game because it's faster. And we'll get, you know what, that's good, because if Xeno gets higher level than us, then he'll play with us. But you can't out-level Xeno or he'll stop playing, so that'd be good. You go level up, Xeno. We'll come along later. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, what the... Okay.
You know what's funny is we were talking about this, and we ain't even talked about the new DLC for Grounded yet.
Oh, is it already out?
I've already beat Axel, yeah.
Wow, thanks for the call on that. I would have played, man.
Sort of like doing that vault.
Bloodaxe, yo, what happened? I mean, yeah, Bloodaxe, what happened, man? I told you to fight him.
I'm not going to tear you away from Borderlands anytime soon. We can get it next week. Because I got a farming.
Boss fun. Like, come on, man.
I got a farming, so.
All right, I'll jump in there at some point. Not today, though. You're right now. Not today, no. But if you'd have got me earlier,
and you have to go to the Insider Club and get the DLC early because that doesn't release publicly until next week. I think it is.
Did they reset the map so we can get the item that they made us lose? Did you go check? Okay, you're right then. That probably would have pissed me off enough I didn't want to do it because I'm really still mad that they erased all of my frigging backpack. Like, just all.
The only thing they did was they added the recipe to be able to find him. They added Mantis gear, and then if you beat him, then you get another set of gear, and then a spear and a new chest and a big-ass bow.
Did we finally? So they didn't unlock the next level of the hammer, so we can't mine all that stuff yet, huh?
No, and I don't expect that until January.
And isn't his armor an archery set, or is it not?
Mm-hmm. A lot of it is around your pet, actually. But they did a lot of it with Axel is centered around your pet, like toward it heals your pet, enrages your pet, and things like that.
That's not bad, but nah.
No, it's
pet build yet.
It's not overwhelming. It's completely underwhelming. I'm like, yeah, this is meh.
Okay.
The bow is pretty cool, but you have to make very specific arrows for the great bow for great arrows. So you can't use your current stuff. So it's very resource intensive.
So they made a DLC, but it's gonna not really affect a lot of people if they're not doing something really specific. That's a little disappointing. That if you're not an archer, this DLC is gonna pretty much add nothing to your game.
Well, I like the Mantis set.
Okay, so Mantis set something different then.
Yeah, it's based on like the Plague Doctor mask from the 1900s, 1920s.
Is it a crit set? It wasn't the last game.
I think so. Hang on, let me pull up.
Oh, I don't want to spend too much time on it. We're on the show. I just try to see if
pull
you
in
knew.
some anime news here. I'm getting.
Yeah. I want you to know, man. You grounded me.
Oh. What was
Go
that?
ahead. What's the anime news you got?
Oh no,
I don't even know.
I was joking because I was zoning out because y'all were talking. Now,
well, if only you had a really good movie to watch, right? Like if somebody was going to make an amazing movie.
We could jump to that one. I was going to bring up the lighter one first, but
oh, you got a different segue? I'm sorry, I offed the segue. Go ahead.
Ah, it's fine. No, I mean, so we're getting a Resident Evil movie apparently based in the game universe, which is,
in other words, correct.
Would be nice. I mean, I'm curious. The director here is Zach Kreger, who seems to be a newer director. He did just come off of doing Weapons, which is a horror film, so maybe he has some experience doing some good
wait
horror.
a minute. I know Weapons. I know that movie. It's quirky and weird. It's a quirky little movie. I mean, it got good ratings. It looks like, well, I don't know if you can ever trust Rotten Tomatoes. It's only got a 7.6 on IMDb and an 85% on Fandango's, I bet. But it's also, okay, look at me. It's a horror movie. It has horror elements, but it's also very odd. Especially the characters. They're very weird. It's a strange horror movie. I don't know how that would affect Resident Evil. Because basically a bunch of kids, I'm not going to, this is the spoilers, this is the actual advertised plot of the movie. A bunch of kids disappear. and the teacher gets blamed for the kids because they were all from her class. The plot twist is bizarre, and you would not see it coming. Is it scary? Kind of. But the plot twist is weird. Definitely not anything you would have guessed. And the villain's kind of quirky and weird. She's creepy too, but she's also kind of weird. So I get why people that watch that movie would go, what is he going to do with Resident Evil? You know? Like, I can see them going, what is he going to do with Resident? Because that's also his only horror movie I think he has. And it's a weird one.
Yeah, let's see. He also did a movie called Barbarian.
That's the one I was looking at was Barbarian, because I'm trying to figure out what this was about.
No, I think that one's bad.
It's a horror film, and it's got Bill Skarsgård. I mean, at least I've heard of him before.
Well, I've heard it's weird too. That's the problem. It's another one I've heard. It's like I watch a lot of movie reviews, and that's another one that got a weird. Is not considered Skarsgård's best work, and is very strange. He makes weird horror movies. They're not bad, but they're weird. And I don't know if Resident Evil needs to be weird. I don't know. But then Resident Evil is kind of weird, so maybe he's perfect.
Well, I mean, just follow the lore has kind of already been ingrained in the games and go with that. But
that's what Flynn says in the chat pretty much is, well, if he sticks to the games and changes very little, then it should do well.
Agreed. See, look at Will saying he knows what I'm talking about. Reminded him of Tusk.
Oh,
Tusk
wow. Tusk? Really?
Tusk,
Dang.
I'm telling you, dude. See, I'm not crazy. He does weird stuff, okay? So, this could be scary. This could be really strange. Oh, yeah. He's 100% right, man. Avengers is a good example of like, dude, just try to stick somewhat close to the story. Long as he doesn't go full Uobo. No. He doesn't make bad movies. He makes strange movies. Oh, wow. Tusk is too weird for you, dude. Don't watch Tusk. That is not something I would suggest to anybody who's not into really strange
Tusk was a horror movie done by, I think, Kevin Smith. So.
Okay. I thought Clerks was a horror movie. I'm sure it can't be as bad as Teeth. And I made the mistake of watching that.
Okay,
God. Yes, that's the same genre of weirdness. Yeah, no, you're in the right field. You batted right into this is horror, but what the hell? Yes, there you go. So, I don't know. But the fact that he has played the games, he says he's played them. He hasn't seen the terrible movies. That's good, so he hasn't been tainted. And he wants to make the movie based on the games. He said all the right things to get you out your underwear. Like, he's talking dirty to us. But whether he'll pull it off is another story. But he's talking dirty. He's like, hey, man, I played all the games. Oh, okay.
I didn't think the first Resident Evil was bad. The third one was okay, but then they got really strange after that.
Dude, Alice doesn't even exist. The main character doesn't even exist. Alice is not a freaking Resident Evil character.
And I don't mind the character not existing if it's in the same realm of telling a new story with new characters. I think we've all been fine with that. But once they started getting into the weird Alice AI bullshit, I'm like, okay, this is just too strange for us. Let's go back to the monsters and the zombies.
The main character not even being a Resident Evil character and being psychic. No, they screwed the pooch.
Not in the first one, she wasn't. But when they got into the weird stuff in the second and third one, that's when it got strange. And that's when they lost me. But the first one I thought was in the world. It felt like I was in the world of Resident Evil. And then when they got into Nemesis, I'm like, okay, this is okay, I guess.
They went way off the reservation later, man. The later movies went up a while.
And the third one was interesting, but like I said, it got super, super strange. Like, you know what? I can't anymore. But my wife enjoyed them, so I watched them with her, but I stopped enjoying them after the first film.
Oh, they're great bad movies. I'll sit down and watch them again. I've watched them more than once. They're incredible bad movies to watch, to sit down and just go, man, this is wild. Because Emilia Popovich, or however you pronounce her last name, is I like her.
Whatever her name is. Anyway.
Yeah, I actually like her, but they're not Resident Evil movies.
I mean, she was great in Fifth Element.
Oh, amazing! Yeah, that's why I'm a
That was
fan.
a really good movie. Yeah.
And honestly, I don't want to sound weird, but I could watch her in a movie all day. I'm just being honest. So, like, I don't mind her. I watched Monster Hunter. You know how bad that movie was, but she was awesome. I like her. I like watching her kick butt. See, they claim we're sexist, but I like watching her kick butt. She's
Why
a
do you
fun
like
little
watching her kick
action
butt,
star.
though? Because she's...
What? No, yeah, I do like her, yes, but not like that. I don't have a crush on her. She's a little skinny for me, but she's fun. I like her personality. The few times I've seen her interviews, she doesn't seem to be overbearing, even though she's a nepotism baby. Her husband is the one that keeps putting her in these movies. But I like her as an actress. I like her as an action actress. We don't have a lot now, dude. Who's doing female action movies now that doesn't, well, we're not going to talk about Disney's attempts, my God. So yes, I don't mind a female action star that's not hard on the eyes. No, I didn't even say easy on the eyes, just not hard on the eyes. I'm getting tired of getting hard to look at female stars.
Yeah, there's not a lot right now that are out there. I mean,
The reason why I'm saying that is Indiana Jones. I keep thinking about that Indiana Jones movie. Oh my God. I could not stand seeing her every time I see her, I just go, oh, man.
Yeah. I mean, Hollywood seems to be making a lot of bad decisions. None more than recently. I mean, dude, how dumb is this one? And that is, Steven Spielberg reportedly wanted to direct the Call of Duty movie, but Activision didn't want to give up creative control.
Steven Spielberg.
Yes.
The Steven Spielberg.
I mean, if you wanted a badass Call of Duty movie, I couldn't think of who else you would put in that role other than Steven Spielberg, man.
He's got amazing, resume of war movies. This is a man that worked on... Hold on, let's look at this. Okay. So, he worked on Band of Brothers, Schindler's List.
Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah, I'm looking at my list here. I don't have that one order, but yeah, he also has done a bunch of World War II research. Oh, he came up with the concept and story for 1999's Medal of Honor. So he's even got gaming cred behind him. But here's the other reason, though, that got me, that I brought up. It's Steven Spielberg. You want to get some of the best actors and stars in your movie? Steven Spielberg can call up anybody, and they're going to say yes. Who's going to say no to a Steven Spielberg war movie? He can call in talent that's retired.
He also
he could get Tom Hanks in this movie as a general.
He also did Indiana Jones, Dial of Destiny.
That's not a war movie. We're basing it on his war history.
I know, but just a call back to your previous...
Because here's the thing. COD has games in every era. The man specializes in World War II. They could have pulled the COD game set in World War II, or just any similar one, and he'd have knocked it out the park. Look, he's made some gaffes, but no, he also was doing an Indiana Jones movie, and with aliens. It was a bad call from the get-go. But I trust him to make a war movie. If he makes
17 episodes of Halo, that didn't really work out that great.
It wasn't a war series. That's the problem with Halo.
Well, he was also hamstrung by the studio on Halo as well.
Yeah, they'd already sued Halo before it came out, dude. I'm not even going to blame them.
How many actors would have said, "Hey, I've always wanted to work with Spielberg. I'll do the gig, even though that's something they normally would do." Because a lot of times actors will have a checklist of directors they want to work for or projects, and they'll do it for cheaper, less, or nothing at all. What was it? Did
Spielberg do the new Red Sonja? Jerry just said something about Red Sonja. Did he do the new?
He said that way back earlier in the conversation when we were talking about bad decisions.
Oh, okay. I'm going to say, it can't be. I'm going to say, I don't think Steven Spielberg did Red Sonja and came out with that trash that got put out.
He may have been an executive producer on it.
No. That movie's too low budget for Steven Spielberg. He would never work on anything that looked as bad as the Red Sonja
examples of what Steven Spielberg can pull off to me is Ready Player One. There was no way they could have got the licenses they got to put in Ready Player One without Steven Spielberg.
Absolutely. Chucky, all the anime characters. There's
And
only one
that's
man
the
that can
type of
call all
pool
that
you
in.
bring in if you try to do that Call of Duty movie is somebody who can bring in basically free advertisement because you get all these top end talents who want to be.
Dude, yeah, he can call in whoever he wants for any role. He can literally. I want Idris Elba. Idris Elba's here. I want Idris Elba for that guy. You know what? I know you're retired, but Sylvester Stallone, I need you as a general. Okay. Who's saying no to him? Like, so you just lost a massive star power of who you can bring in. Worse, they better hope that people don't take this the wrong way. Because since they told Steven Spielberg no, they may have even possible problems now pulling in people for this movie. Because Hollywood's kind of like that, man. There might be some people going like, nah, man.
Well, especially for what the reason they said is because they didn't want to give up creative control. And that's been shooting a lot of people in the butt, getting in a hold of a movie and then not being able to do what they want to do. And then they end up making a bad movie and everybody's looking at them going, well, you made a bad movie. And they're like, look, I tried my best with what I had, but it's still going to be on their record.
Dude, what happened to Borderlands? Remember, we found out that it was the company that wouldn't let them make the movie right because they wanted the movie to be they wanted it to have the violence, over the top violence. But they came in and said no. So does Activision have any movies to its credit to show they know what they're doing enough? They think they know better than Steven Spielberg?
I doubt it.
I mean, I think they were involved in that really bad World of Warcraft movie.
Yeah, they are Activision Blizzard, so probably.
Let's see, Activision film.
Yeah, let's see. That's a good question. Like, what makes them think they know better than him? I'm now very curious.
Universal Pictures is the one that did the World of Warcraft movie, but I don't know how much Activision had involved in it or not.
Here, let's see. Skylanders Academy in 2016 to 2018. They had a Netflix cartoon. That was it. That's their Activision Film Studios.
True that, Flynn.
So yeah, man.
I agree. He says if you found out they turned down a guy like Steven with his resume and then hired you, you would probably feel like you're being set up to fail.
You know what? I wouldn't take that job either. I'd be like, no. Who do you think I am? Like, you want me to prove I'm better than Steven Spielberg? Nobody will be in this movie. They're going to, you know what? What's funny is I got this story before I found an article from somewhere else, and a joke that was said was that they're going to end up with Kevin Hart and Jack Black in this movie. Because that's who's going to say yes after what they did. And I just laughed and said, that sounds about right. Jack Black will say yes to any movie, and Kevin Hart will say yes to any movie. So, yeah, we're going to end up with Jack Black, Kevin Hart, and then some people we don't even know.
Yeah, I mean, unless there's a Crash Bandicoot movie I'm not aware of, I'm not seeing anything on this list that really just screams of an Activision film.
The Crash Bandicoot movie got canceled. I looked; they were planning it. They're planning a Crash Bandicoot show or movie. It got canceled. Dude, Steven Spielberg could get Tom Cruise to show up as a fighter pilot, and no one will say anything. He won't get sued. Top Gun will consider it free advertisement. They won't even be mad. They'll be like, you know what? We'd be happy if you bring our character into your movie. He can show up as his character from the other movie, and then they'll just go, which also would be awesome, because if I found out he was going to be in there to play that role, I would be like, I just got to see that. That's an awesome cameo. Again, I'm not a huge Steven Spielberg fan. I'm really not. I'm just using common sense. He's got the pull. He's one of those big names.
The movies of Steven Spielberg I've liked the most, though, have been his war movies. So
well, even Indiana Jones,
he's hit or miss everywhere else, but they always have a good cast. He has good casting.
And budget. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. You talk about Crystal Skull, but the budget was huge. The cast was big. He's gonna get money. and he's going to get a cast because people will throw money behind Spielberg. You want investors? He's going to get it for you. You want people to back it? They're going to back it. So now they're on their own. They got to spend their own money. They may have accidentally got a bad rep because they told him to go kick bricks. It'd be different if they said we can't afford you or something, but to go, nah, we want creative control, man. We're not going to trust you with that. I'd be one of the people that probably say no if I was an actor. Like, oh, we want to be in this movie? What happened? Look up. Oh, nah, man, I'm not going to mess. Nah. I'll wait for Steven's next movie. I'm fine. I'm not siding with you. I'm not siding with you at all.
Yeah, I mean, Band of Brothers is one of the most highest rated war TV miniseries ever. I mean, 9.4 Band of Brothers. 8.5 for We Stand Alone Together.
Dude, you do know Medal of Honor is a video game series that's well received, I thought, and he came up with the concept for that. So yeah, like, he's got cred for war movies. I agree, but Band of Brothers is up there.
As a matter of fact, as good as his TV miniseries go, because all of his TV miniseries are pretty tight. Man, think about a Call of Duty TV miniseries.
Oh man, you could go through all the game stories just back to back and then make up new ones. I mean, you could totally come up with original stories in that series just to push the Call of Duty brand. And then you make those stories into DLC for your games. Money! If a series goes huge, who would not want to flipping play that story as an add-on? Because, I mean, all they do is, or just a season. Call of Duty does seasons, right? Have a season based on your successful series. Ugh, Activision's dumb. But then again, it's Activision Blizzard. We know they're dumb. So,
well, so much of the stuff that he's done and he's touched has had a franchise, has sequels. I mean, Poltergeist, Gremlins, Back to the Future. I mean, all these things had multiple movies that he's been involved with. Indiana Jones, Jurassic Park.
Geez, Jurassic Park is still making movies. Yeah, like Jarek is saying, they're talking this crap. I'm like, dude, don't say that to somebody that's got you that much. You're saying we need creative control. Steven Spielberg's gonna screw this up. Dumb. Just dumb. It's just dumb. Yeah. So good luck. Worst of all, they said he was interested, so they literally turned him down. They turned him down. I want you to think about that, Dicejunkies. They turned him down for a video. It's a video game movie. Do you know how hard it is to succeed with a video game movie? It is usually because no director who respects himself will make a video game movie. But they got Steven Spielberg.
There's only been 2 or 3 that were even successful in the box office.
I can't think of them. Mario Bros,
Sonic, and maybe the first Mortal Kombat.
Man, do you know how hard it is to make a video game movie successful? It's hard to get a top name director to touch it. Because they've tried it a few times. There have been a few I remember popped out from some other directors, and they still didn't work. So to have that great opportunity, it's just mind-boggling. You know what? I wish you'd go make Borderlands for us then, because god dang it, we need a better Borderlands series. We need a series, and we need it to not suck. I need to lock Randy Pitchford in a closet while it's being made. Ooh, Batman. Wait, did Steven Spielberg... Oh yeah, I think he did do a Batman, didn't he? Did he do one of the Batman?
Did he?
I don't know. Flynn threw Batman in it. I don't know if he was just naming the series or if he was saying about Steven Spielberg.
I think he's just saying things that he could do that'd be awesome. Because, yeah, he hadn't done any of those.
No. Apparently he did the 1990 film.
With Michael Keaton?
Batman is a cult classic 1990 film directed by Steven Spielberg. It had Harrison Ford, Michael J. Fox, Tim Curry, Dustin Hoffman, and others.
What?
Is that real or is that a... Well, hold on, AI lies sometimes. You can't trust AI. This is an
Yeah,
animated
we're talking
film,
about successful video game movies is what he's mentioning. Batman. Those aren't video game
true.
movies. Those are comic movies. Batman's not a video game movie.
Batman's based on the comic. I will have to take that one. I usually back my boy on that one, but nah, Batman's a comic book movie.
But anyways,
the Batman video games tend to be trash until you get to Arkham. Like they were pretty bad up until that series, and then it went bad because they did that Suicide Squad trash.
So now I figure what happened is Steven Spielberg said, I want to do this movie. And they're like, yeah, man, let's do this. But we want Pedro Pascal in it.
Oh, wait a minute. Does he get captured, tortured, and his eyes put out? Because he's into that. That is usually the case. I mean, I guess I could swallow one more scene of Pedro Pascal being tortured to death. What? You're acting like he survived the movie. He doesn't have a high survival rate, man. He dies in almost everything he's in except the Mandalorian.
And this is where we step into the gunk.
What? I'm not making that up. They do that to him. I'm surprised he survived Fantastic Four.
I'm talking about the hypocrisy, the Pedro Pascal hypocrisy of.
Oh yeah. Forgot about that topic.
Yeah. So Pedro Pascal apparently has a stance of freedom of speech for Jimmy Kimmel. Now, I don't really give a shit about this whole carbuncle. I don't really want to talk about it. But we talked about Gina Carano so much that I had to bring this up. And the fact that this piece of shit is going to call Jimmy Kimmel's thing freedom of speech, but threw Gina Carano under the bus.
She had to sue Disney and win, or force them to pay her off and make the concessions just to get her justice. Yet you're going to jump on the bandwagon for someone else who did not even, he has not, to my knowledge, worked with Jimmy Kimmel. He just knows him.
Well, he was on Jimmy Kimmel's show.
Everybody's been on Jimmy Kimmel's show.
They're apparently friends.
Well, it still makes it a hypocrisy, though, because he's claiming freedom of speech. And my thing is that I'm tired of this freedom of speech for me, but not for thee. Because I don't care about the Jimmy Kimmel stuff that much. Me and Zeno don't even fully agree on it. You know what I'm saying? We're mixed opinions on it. But my sentiment is this, is that if we're going to have freedom of speech, we have freedom of speech. There you go. You can't pick and choose, I like this guy, but I don't like that guy. That's not how it works. So he's a hypocrite. But we know he's a hypocrite because he's Pedro Pascal.
But anyway, I wanted to keep it short, but I didn't want to bring it up because I don't like getting too deep into politics or choices here. But
I don't want to ruin my Sunday.
Like I said, pissed me off when I saw it because I was just like, so Gina Carano, not freedom of speech?
And she didn't say anything nearly as contentious, because I don't care how you feel. I will admit, I will say this. You can mute me if you want to. As far as contentious statements, they're not on the same. I'm just going to say they're not level. For contentious statements, nah. Yeah. Nah, they're not on the same level. All right. You picked the battles poorly, Pedro.
Last thing we have, I think, is just a great actor passed away. Hate to see it. And just want to say, Robert Redford, man. I mean, this dude's been in so much stuff throughout.
Old school.
But yeah, dead at 89. Lived a long life, but hate to see him go.
Man, all our guys are leaving us, man. So we're just going to be left with Pedro's and Megan Thee Stallion. You know, it'll be out of people. Like, you're going to be like, oh, the next movie, this is who we got. Where are our action stars, man? Where's our next gen action stars?
I don't know what we're gonna do because I mean we are losing action stars. Are they just too old to do anything? I mean, yeah. or getting sick or something like that. I mean, Bruce Willis, I mean, he can't act anymore.
I don't know if he can talk anymore.
I mean, we were shaped by our role models, dude. Some of our role models, male and female. Notice I didn't say at male action stars. Action stars, serious actors, drama actors.
Look, man, Carrie Fisher hated to see her go. I mean, yeah. No,
where's our next
a lot of good actors.
Lee,
And this current generation of Hollywood just doesn't. It's not up to snuff, man.
No, I'm gonna say it, man. Acting is going down. I mean, acting to skill. I'm not seeing that level of talent. Like, dude, old movies would make you cry. You'd be a tough guy, but there'd be a scene where you just be like, "Okay, I'm cool, man. I'm cool." Hit you.
Like Braveheart, yeah. I mean, at the end of Braveheart, how many of us teared up at the end?
Oh man, Braveheart, dude, serious, hardcore stuff, man. We've seen some serious scenes.
And going back to this question, you're right. A lot of the action heroes are now it's all green screen and wires and stuff. But one of the few bright lights, Henry Cavill was injured this week training for Highlander, so now that's been delayed. So
but he was training. He was actually trying to train. Remember when people would go learn how to use a sword for a sword show? They would actually go learn how to use a sword. I mean, learn. Yeah. Why everybody loves what's his name? The guy everybody loves from the Hitman. They took my dog. They shot my dog series. I'm brain. You know what I'm talking about?
John Wick.
Yes. What's that?
Keanu Reeves.
Yeah,
Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves seriously practiced gunplay. I have seen him on the shooting range. I've watched videos.
Look, dude,
and people praise
at
his
some point, Keanu Reeves practiced acting. Because let's be honest, dude, he was a horrible actor early on, and that's my only. Keanu Reeves is my hope. Is my hope for the current generation because he was one of those bad actors. But
are you trying to say that he was not tearing up the acting in Bill and Ted?
Dude, he wasn't a good actor in The Matrix.
No.
It was a good movie, but his acting was trash.
So he's an example of our hope.
I'm going to be honest. I don't care if he gets better at acting. I like his action scenes. Like, look.
Oh, yeah.
Even though he's changed a lot, I don't know what the heck, but I guess that's a China thing. But Jackie Chan, I'm not talking about where he is now. I don't know what the heck's going on. He's been caught up in a lot of stuff. But, dude, that was an action star. Well, I mean, dude, amazing.
A lot of it is the studios now. Because of delays that are caused by actors doing their own stunts and stuff like that, they do hold actors back from doing a lot of things. So sadly,
that's because the stunt coordinators and the hands-on are any good. Remember what happened when the poor lady got shot? They ain't any good either.
Yeah.
Dude, you must have forgot because you never watched it. The Batwoman series that I talk so much about, horrible injuries happened on that set. Horrible injuries, crippling. People got crippled. So talent across the whole Hollywood board's falling off. Used to be, if you jumped out a window, they did the window right and you landed where you're supposed to. But now they put the wrong glass pane in and now you got a scar across your face because nobody knows what they're doing anymore. They hand you a loaded gun because they're stupid.
I could say 3 letters right now that would piss all the internet off about that.
Oh.
But
After you know, but like literally the whole situation that happened with the Baldwin is they handed him a loaded gun. How incompetent are you to not check the guns before you use them? That's something I learned as a kid in ROTC. Like to go, they handed the man a live gun because they were shooting him the night before at Cannes. That's dumb, and that's not on him. I'm going to be honest. I'll always stand by that. I don't expect the actor to know what he's doing. I expect the person who checks the guns to know what they're doing. Period.
Yeah, what was it? There's some kind of strike and the armorer left. They brought this backup armorer that was just completely out of her league.
No, she was the daughter of a well-known armorer, and I mean they hired her because
I don't want to get overly political because that isn't the only time something like this happened.
Yeah.
It isn't about her. Overall, the quality level has caused a lot of injuries. Look it up. In a lot of situations, I don't know why these people are incompetent, but it's really a problem. It's a lot of injuries have occurred, and when they go back, rigging broke, this broke, somebody didn't check something. They were doing way more dangerous stunts when we were younger. So it's an incompetency epidemic in general. And it's leading to, like, for example, Henry Cavill got injured. Used to be your trainer would make sure that didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? Your trainer would be competent enough to be on point. I'm putting that on his trainer because we know he's in shape. So it's probably not him. It probably was his trainer slipped up and let him get injured.
Yeah, I don't know the specifics of it, but I just saw that happen. Was it Monday or it was after the show last week? But yeah, that's a relatively newer event.
What's that? I missed that. Blood.
I was talking about the. I don't know the specifics as far as the injury, but it happened either Monday or the end of last week.
So I was just saying that, like we're not getting the next level of stars. You are right. There are reasons, but those reasons to me also seem to be compounded by incompetency across the board. Like I said, Activision telling, Spielberg, nah, man, we need creative control. We can't let you have that. And I'm like, you don't know anything, Activision. You need to go do whatever you want. There's not a lot of times I'll say, look at the producer and say carte blanche, but Activision don't know crap. So let them have carte blanche. Because here's the thing, Call of Duty doesn't have a set story. How can he screw up the story? It doesn't really. He can come up with a completely original story, call it Call of Duty, and you wouldn't know if it was Call of Duty or not anyway. You know what I'm saying? He could just make a military movie, call it Call of Duty. Because I don't know enough about Call of Duty to be able to tell you anything about it. I only know the story of Call of Duty Zombies, because it's the only thing I play on Call of Duty. Now, I can tell you if you went off track on that, but...
Well, you're doing Black Ops, you're doing Modern Warfare. What's the vein of Call of Duty? I mean, you're just slapping Call of Duty on a war movie just to be able to sell tickets.
True, you're right. Now think about it. There's not enough there to me to even really make a movie.
And unless you're following like Woods or one of the more familiar character stories, you can pretty much put anybody into it and call it Call of Duty, and people will show up just because it's another war movie. So, yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to mess it up if it's a good war movie.
Yeah, but you just name a few characters off of people out of the games, and it's now Call of Duty. It is literally going to be the names you slap on some people. That's it. Call of Duty also tends to have some messed up storylines. Not all the characters even survive the story, so it's not like you really got a main all the way from Call of Duty 1 to Call of Duty 4 story to follow. He could pick a random game, kind of base it on that game, and like somewhat the characters are based on it. Nobody's going to complain. He can decide this person doesn't die. Nobody's going to complain if it's a good movie, because it's Call of Duty. Call of Duty is not story-driven. You're right. The more I think about it, the more I realize it's not story-driven. They're just dumb. It's just going to be a big commercial for the game anyway. Let the man with the biggest pool do the commercial.
Yeah.
And then instead of Beavis and Butthead, maybe you can have real celebrity cameos in your game, dumbasses. How about a season where you get to play the character that was played by Idris Elba? I like Idris Elba. He's one of the younger people. I keep mentioning him because he's still young enough to be in an action movie.
I mean, barely.
I know, but we're running out, man. It's not Michael B. Jordan. Now.
I mean, Idris Elba is 53 years old, man.
Yeah, okay, so Michael B. Jordan. Bring Michael B. Jordan in a movie, and then we can play as Michael B. Jordan in a game. He might already be in a Call of Duty as a voice actor, but have a character based on him. Michael B. Jordan isn't 50. I hope. 38 years. We could get another 10 years out of Michael. We can get another 10 years out of Michael easy. He can run to 48. We can get 10 more years out of Michael. Run Michael B. Jordan. He did good as Killmonger, dude. He rocked it as Killmonger. And I like him in the Rocky sequel movies. I enjoyed that. Me and my family went to go see it. We enjoyed them.
You mean Creed?
Yes.
Okay. I haven't seen them. I don't know.
No, they're actually pretty good. Boxing
movies are kind of meh.
Go see it with your family. You'll have a good time. We enjoyed the fights. You know, me and the boys. Oh, you know, they were having fun, and that energy's contagious. But yeah. So anyway, I think we covered about everything. You know, but Hollywood's we need a new fresh blood in Hollywood, but we need people. But we need directors to know what they're doing too, because you can get a lot of talent under you and screw it up. I mean, what's her name? Wonder Woman's actress.
Gal Gadot.
Thank you, because I can't do any names today. I'm surprised I pulled Michael B. Jordan out. I'm bad with names right now. In fact, I forgot it. Gal Gadot. I tried to forget it that fast. Gal Gadot. It's actually kind of Gal Gadot. I liked her Wonder Woman movie. I liked her in all the other DC movies. I thought she was really good. Then Snow White came out. And no, I'm not because the movie's bad. She did not do well in that movie. I think she was poorly directed. That I can see the difference between a competent director with this actress and an incompetent director, because the Wonder Woman sequel was vastly not as good as the first movie. You could see how it swings based on who's directing. So we have to see good directors.
Well, it's the same director, but Patty Jenkins wrote 1984.
No. She was assisted in the first movie. She did not direct the first Wonder Woman movie by herself. And supposedly insiders claim she kind of was like assistant director on that first one. She did not direct that fully on her own. She had another person there. Let me see. I remember that about the first movie.
I thought Patty Jenkins directed that one.
Hold on.
Yeah, directed by Patty Jenkins. Written by Alan.
Somebody else there with her there, though, man. I'm telling you, there was somebody with her. They may be trying to hide them now, but they brought in somebody who knew better.
I do remember there being some kind of change there.
There was somebody helping her who knew what they were doing. And you could tell he was gone in the second movie because he did not assist in the second movie, and it was really obvious.
They changed writers from Jeff Johns to Alan Heinberg. But if they're hiding it, then it's not something I can.
They're probably hiding it now. Because I remember it was brought up several times.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, let's wrap up there. Be sure to go to Dicejunkies.com where you find links everywhere we're online, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff. Go ahead.
Jeff Johns helped her rewrite the whole thing, and they said there was a tremendous amount of collaboration between her and Jeff Jones on the script. So she had help. All right, I just want to get it out because I found it.
Be sure to watch.
She didn't write the first one. She wrote the second one.
Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell on our YouTube channel.
And as every week, we hope you enjoy. Somebody's ready to get back to Borderlands.
I am ready to go back to Borderlands. I know. I'm itching to play some more, and I'm ready to get some food. So, see you guys.